I gave myself 10 days to train for a marathon. No official race, no crowd, no medal at the end of it. This is by far one of the most toughest challenges that I've ever had to do. I had the idea that I could run 42.2 kilometers while being back home in Ireland for a short time before flying back to Dubai. At the start, I genuinely believed that I could do it. I'd been running in the intense Dubai heat, training in severe humidity. I had built up a serious discipline within my own running training, and I think part of me thought that because I had suffered in Dubai, that Ireland would somehow feel so easy. But this could not have been further from the truth. Over the next 10 days, I was going to find out very quickly that there's a massive difference between being motivated and being ready. The plan was simple: to just get stuck into training. The first proper run I done was in Castlewellan. I wanted somewhere really nice, scenic, and this also was going to be the start of the route. I am here at Castlewellan Forest Park. Tight today. I'm going to try and aim for around 10 kilometers, but we'll let the body dictate and see how far we go. I went for a cycle there about 2-3 days ago, so I just got back to Ireland, so I'm pretty sore today, to say the least, but going to let the legs dictate. Already stretched and warmed up, so let's get into it. I think during the first day of training I was also very nervous as to what actually awaited for me in 10 days time. I completely forgot to even start my watch for like the first 5 kilometers, so yeah, rookie mistake, but 10k PB and my legs were absolutely hammered the whole time, so feeling good. Today was actually meant to be a light run. Around 7-8 kilometers the legs started to get really tight, just from the cycle the other day, but we're in a good place. Go home, recalculate, recover. Tomorrow's going to be a rest day. We're going to do a gym session tomorrow, and yeah, Monday we'll be back on the road again. So running 10 kilometers that first day, I was like, great. I thought it was set. I put together a plan so that my body had enough time to recover during the training, but I also was able to push as much as I could during the training. Get my boundaries. We also have football during the week as well, so going to be a busy week, but let's head home. Day 2 is here. Today is rest day. We are going to our class golf club right now. Golf, take it easy. Yesterday was a bit tough on the legs, so today got a gym session done this morning, and now we are going to our class. Have a few of the boys going to our class, try and play a bit of golf. I actually left my golf clubs in Dubai, so I'm having to borrow a pair of clubs. I'm having to borrow a set of clubs. I don't know why I call it a pair of clubs. So day 2 was a different one. Day 2 was a fun day. We went and played golf at our Glass Golf Club in County Down. One of the nicest golf courses in all of Ireland. It was really nice to get out, get a bit of movement in the legs from the run the day before, you know, clear the head. Beautiful course. Week ahead. So I'm gonna throw in some golf clips here. Day 3 is here. We have just smashed a gym session. Not went too heavy. This week's sort of all about higher reps, less weight, mobility, making sure every limb in the every muscle in the body is working, and getting a bit of mobility. So yeah, feeling good. Obviously, being back in Ireland, I don't have access to the gym like I did in Dubai, but it is yeah, we still make it work. We've got some limited things and it's not ideal, but gets the job done. So now we have some work to get done. Some of you already know, like, I have my own company, so in the background of all this chaos, I'm still trying to make sure that it's running smoothly. So we get some work done, and then we are going for a run tonight. Be a nice run, stretch the legs along Newcastle, along the shore, and get some kilometres in the legs. This week, like I said, I know I only give myself 10 days notice, but this week really is going to be about sort of tapering down. A lot of the hard work has been done over the last few months in Dubai. Yes, I have never really ran any further than 10 kilometres, but to be honest, I don't think there's any point this week going running a half marathon. Because at the end of the day, I feel that the climate here, I feel that I already have the kilometres in the legs. And I think now it's just about executing it. I know it's going to be tough. I know it's going to be absolutely awful. And I know probably by the time I get to that half marathon point, I will be absolutely dead. But I want to save as much energy as I can for next Tuesday. So we're about 8 days out. And right now it's just all about recovery, making sure I get enough sleep, making sure I'm getting the right carbs, protein, hydration, vitamins, sunlight, as much as leaving no stone unturned, and really giving this a go. I have not actually set a time target yet. Everybody says if you can try and do under 4:30, it's a good marathon pace, especially for someone who doesn't run long distance. So if I could get something around 30, would be absolutely amazing. But at the end of the day, this challenge, I'm not really looking to smash a time or put a time limit to it. I'm literally looking to get 42.2 kilometers done, banked in the legs, and try and just push myself and see how hard I can go. So yeah, time to get some work done, and then we are heading Newcastle later, so I'll check back in with you later. I'm not gonna sit behind a camera and tell any lies. I want to be completely open and honest this whole challenge. I'm feeling good today. Recovery-wise, good. Going into this challenge, a big problem that I was gonna have was gonna be my recovery more than anything else. As I got back from Dubai, my sleep has been all over the show. It's been an absolute disaster. Last night, 3 hours sleep. Couldn't get back to sleep. Just an absolute disaster. So yeah, an interesting one. We are going to cycle the route that I'm going to run 7 days out, and I don't know how this is going to go. Once you've told people that you're doing something, once you've started planning it and filming it, your ego gets involved as well. 1 week out from the run, I planned to cycle the route, and that was probably one of the most smartest decisions that I made in the whole training. It gave me a proper feel for the road, the hills, the turns, the wind in certain areas, and which was going to be the toughest areas and what points I would probably need water or gels or whatever. So it was really nice to get out and see it first hand, the route that I was going to be running. It felt really good. It was long, but it was also very manageable, especially being on a bike. And I remember thinking, if I can just stay calm, fuel properly the whole time and not panic, I might actually have a chance to do this when I'm running. But cycling a marathon route and then running it the next week aren't exactly the same thing. On the bike, you can go easy, you can coast downhill, you can freewheel. Your legs are not put through the same impact or the same stress, and especially if you're carrying a bit of an injury. A week before I said I was going to do this challenge, I had been carrying a bit of an injury, but it was only small, and I made sure that if I was going to do the challenge, I felt 100%, and I did feel 100%. However, your body can only take so much, and I think that during the training, my ankle started to get a little bit sore. I injured it playing five-a-side, which, as you do, it's very common to get injuries when you're putting your body through intense sprints and things like that and having fun. and being a bit careless. I remember finishing the cycle feeling good, but my ankle just did not feel that good. So yeah, obviously in the middle of all this training, there is a small bit of doubt that starts to creep in. Not really like dramatic doubt, but more the kind of doubt where you start to break down and quit mentally. Just small thoughts like, what if my legs are still sore? What if the ankle is gonna absolutely collapse on me in the day? You know, what if my ankle isn't actually fit to run this distance? What if I'm in over my head? What if I'm just allowing my ego to take over and my body really isn't capable of running this distance? What if I get 20 kilometers in and my body shuts down? I thought it would be a good idea that if I just decided to stop running for a few days, stop training and focus solely on my recovery, well then that was going to be more impactful than running and not focusing on recovery and wearing my body down even more, which I think definitely was the best decision to make in that period of time. The night before the run, I went to Tullymore Forest Park just for a bit of a shakeout, loosen the legs a bit. I texted one of my friends, Charlie, and I was like, I'm running a marathon tomorrow. If you want to come and run like 5k or 10k. This man turned around and texted me back and said, I'm going to run the entire thing with you. Charlie obviously has his own story. He came through a bleed in the brain 2 years ago. I was trying to get back from being in that state is a very difficult thing to do. So I was absolutely buzzing when he said, yes, I'm going to run it with him. It obviously gave me an extra, sprout of motivation. So that was pretty cool to have him come on board. Yeah, we were buzzing. We were ready. On the morning of the run, I was extremely nervous. I wanted to sort of act calm, remain calm, but I knew what I was about to attempt. It wasn't a 5k or a 10k anymore. It wasn't even a half marathon. It was 42 kilometers. No official race, no medal, no finish line, anything like that. I also forgot to mention that the day before the marathon, I had planned to speak to Shane Serry, ultra endurance athlete, he's a Nike athlete. He runs in 40 degree and above temperatures in the hottest places in the world, and he is an absolute machine. Where if he's going and running 50 kilometers in the heat in Dubai, I knew that he was the guy to speak to before I'm going and attempting this marathon, and that's what I done.
So another massive rookie mistake. Just when I went to edit and put this clip in, I realised that the audio had been missing. So I spoke to Shane for like an hour and it turned out we had no audio at all from the end of it. So yeah, pretty disappointed with that. But nonetheless, super informative, and it literally inspired me to go the next day and realise that anything was possible. And some of the things that I learned within that hour, having spoken to Shane, I wish I could share it, but the audio just messed up, and for some reason the audio was just like muted the whole time. Everybody go follow Shane. I'll link his stuff in the description of this video, so go check him out.
Good morning. It is race day. We are ready to go. Excited, nervous. Don't know how this is gonna go. Shit myself a bit, to be honest, but can't wait to get going. It's actually a really good day here in Ireland. Blue skies for once, so I was expecting to come home and do this and it was going to be a bit of rain and a bit of cold weather, but we've actually somehow brought the Dubai weather with us, so yeah, looking forward to it. I think it's given up to 25 degrees today, so light work. We're going to the start line now, ready to go. We've got the electrolytes, energy gel, good to go. Boys and girls, we have made it. We have the pace setter, Oddy McCabe, who's going to be cycling alongside us today. We're here at Castlemaine Forest Park. Absolutely unreal day. Yeah, going to get a bit of a warm up in, a bit of stretching, and then we'll be good to go. Okay. I fucking forgot your electrolytes as well.
What is the
agenda? The game plan, the agenda is to just try and finish it. Like.
Yeah.
We both got the Bowman on too. Represent.
Fucking
I need to get some.
I wasn't gonna wear it because it's so heavy.
I was the same. I was like, I wasn't gonna wear it because it's gonna be a sweaty one. But
yeah.
Like.
Under 6 is good. Under 5 would be like ideal.
Ideally under 5, but at the end of the day, I just want to finish it. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I don't care about time. Like.
No.
But also, I think the main goal is to finish it. The second goal is to finish it safely.
Yeah.
And then the third goal will be like a bonus would be time.
Yeah.
It's the start of the running career. We're going ultra. Then we're going Ironman. It's about a triathlon in the middle of it, like
of course.
Like the furthest. What's the furthest you've run?
Thank you.
Same, I'm the same, yeah.
In my life.
Literally, like, the way I was looking at it, I was like, if you can run 10k, you can do that 4 times. Maths. Right, boys.
Right.
We're nearly ready to go. Got the watch ready?
Let's go.
3, 2, 1. We're off, boys. I think the aim here for the first few kilometres is to literally just see how the legs feel. Nearly treated as a warm-up, Charlie.
Yeah.
What a day, boys.
Yeah. Breeze is nice. Are you getting a breeze?
Yeah.
Yeah, same. It's good on the back, like.
Our plan was to basically start as early as we could in the morning in Castle Island so that we avoid any of the midday major heat. The start of the marathon actually felt okay, and I was trying to stay very relaxed, trying not to think about the full distance. Obviously catching up with Charlie, but obviously hadn't seen him in a while, so $1K in, just have to do that 41 more times, so pretty light work. The thing about a marathon is that it's super cruel, because if you feel good early, it lets you believe that, oh yeah, later I'm also gonna feel good. But when the time comes, you start asking yourself questions. 5k in, boys. Just taking it easy. Trying to regulate the breathing as much as possible. As the run went on, it obviously started to get a bit warmer. However, I knew in the back of my mind, like, I've ran in 35 degrees in Dubai. Yes, I haven't ran that distance, but I've been in far warmer climate, and that's going to stand by me even more. However, as the run went on and we hit the 10-kilometer mark, it was time to get some water on board because I was sweating a lot. So we are 10k in so far, just getting the first gel in. Feeling really good, actually. Just wanted to walk. My goal for the marathon, I had put a plan in place, and my goal was to run 10 kilometers, walk 2 kilometers. We finally got to 10 kilometers. I felt amazing. Aerobically, I had never felt better in my life. It was just time to get some water on board. I was obviously sweating. I was probably losing a lot of sodium, losing a lot of salt. And yeah, I felt fine. Like, aerobically felt fine. My legs felt fine. The ankle was a wee bit sore in around the 10-kilometer mark, but it didn't really stand out or become a red flag at that mark at all. 10 kilometers in, felt amazing. Around the 15-kilometer stage, again, aerobically, I felt really good. And I was surprised because 15 kilometers was like the furthest that I'd ever ran. So once my watch showed 15 kilometers, I was absolutely buzzing. And by that stage, I had already took a gel, so it was time to take another gel. However, there was something that kept creeping up on me from that 15-kilometer mark, and it was my ankle. Obviously, pushing your body through an intense workout, your body is going to try and crave oxygen, and especially oxygen to the weaker areas or the weaker muscles. And I think that's where my ankle started to deteriorate. Just between 15 kilometers and 20 kilometers, my ankle started to become really bad problem. I was running on the road along Murlock Bay towards Dundrum. It was putting so much pressure on my ankle, and my ankle was starting to feel severely sore. And there was a point during that I said to Orla that my ankle's sore. It feels like it can't hold the weight. So we are nearly 20k in. I just walked there for a wee bit just to get the breathing up. I've definitely found this middle section, not really middle section, but this 10k in between the 10 and 20k to be the hardest. It's definitely proven to be the hardest, even on the joints and stuff. Definitely feeling the effects of it now, but we're nearly at the half marathon now, so just gonna keep on pushing. There was a moment when I fully went down to my ankle, and Oren caught it on camera. I'm just gonna include a bit of a clip here, and that was probably the turning point in the whole marathon, because up until then I was still trying to convince myself that I could keep going. Aerobically, I felt fine. I was always like, this was the furthest I'd ran before, and I was obviously feeling a bit out of breath slightly, but I felt okay. My plan was working, but my legs obviously were just too heavy, and my ankle just completely collapsed. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
I was fucking sore.
You alright?
Oh my god!
Holy fuck!
Fuck! Bastard! Fuck!
Did you go over on it?
Right there. Once my ankle went, everything changed. Every step felt different. I tried to push on. I just couldn't walk. Every bit of like weakness going towards my ankle and my ligaments just felt that it was just crushing my ankle. And I was genuinely, at this stage, I was afraid whether I had broke my ankle. I didn't think it was broke because I could obviously walk on it, but I knew something was seriously wrong. And suddenly the challenge was not just, can I finish the marathon? It became, am I about to turn a decision of trying to walk for the next 20 kilometers, severely limping, into a long-term injury that could set me back for months? Or did I have to make a decision that probably was going to be the hardest thing that I've had to do during my whole running journey? And then there was Charlie. Charlie kept going. He ran the full marathon. So buzzing for him, kudos for that, especially everything that he'd been through. But in the moment, that was also hard for me to process, because I was thinking, he's beside me and he kept going, but I had to stop, and that messes with your head a lot. You start comparing yourself, you start thinking, why could he do it but I couldn't do it? What, was I not mentally tough enough? Did I quit? Did I fail because I would, racked my ankle? But looking back, there's probably not the right way to see it. Charlie had his run and I had mine, and I think going into that, I knew that both of our runs were going to be different. I obviously had a different game plan to Charlie, and my body just gave me a warning not to listen to, unfortunately. At around 20 kilometers in, I stopped, and I hated it. And I hated that after all the talk and everything that I put out, obviously in social media, saying I'm going to do this no matter what, that my body just said no. I wanted this video to be about like proving people wrong, proving yourself wrong, proving your body wrong, proving that you do anything that you put your mind to. The next time I attempt a marathon, I'll not be giving myself 10 days. I want to train properly, eat properly, recover properly. I want to get lighter, I want to get stronger, fitter, smarter than ever. And when I stand on that start line again, I will try and convince myself that it's possible. I will know that it is possible. I want to be able to do it and earn the right to finish it. This time, unfortunately, I just had to learn the hard way. A couple of days after smoke had cleared, I went and got an MRI, and the doctor told me that thank God there was no major breakage, anything like that. There was a lot of ligament damage. It was also a pretty bad sprain as well. So all that I could really do was rest, recover, do mobility, ice, compress, elevate. All of these things were going to help me obviously get back into the swing of things, get back to running. And I knew if I wanted to get back to running that these things were an absolute necessity. So I made that my priority. I made recovery my priority. I'm getting back on track my priority. And yeah, lo and behold, 2 days later, I was back on a plane with a swollen ankle, heading back to begin the summertime. And that's where I'm at right now. Buzzing to be back here. It's scorching hot, but we've been able to get a bit of mobility, get a bit of training back, and feeling better than ever. And I can assure you that before the end of 2026, I will have run a full marathon with no excuses. So if you're new here and this is your first time watching me, I appreciate you for jumping on. If you could just hit the subscribe button, and you're in for a treat for the rest of this year.